Hey guys, it's Rosa with Rosa LLC. We offer paralegal services, but we also offer legal professional development training services where we enhance your skills where you need it and where we can tune up whatever else needs to be tuned up in the process. And in doing so, one of my YouTube followers, Southern, went ahead and commented on one of my previous videos, and she asked me if I can give her some tips on a cover letter. So I will, and here it is. I'm going to give you 3 simple tips to follow to create a cover letter. A cover letter is basically what's going to set aside you from 1,000 other resumes that the employers are going to receive. Especially nowadays, they're probably receiving a lot more than before just because of the current economic state and the legal industry in general. So really depending on what you're trying to specialize in, what I guess your goals are in your legal career, the cover letter can really make or break you. So it's super important to really put some TLC into it and really put some effort into it, not just write a template and send it off to everybody else, because that's probably why you're not receiving any results. It's because they obviously see that you're just submitting and not really putting any attention or care into the employer. Remember, you have to understand that these employers are receiving thousands of resumes. So you need to put yourself ahead of all of that. And this is how you do it. So the first one is introduce yourself. A lot of people forget that, but it's super simple. Hi, my name is so-and-so. I've been in the industry for X amount of years. I've worked with law firms in your particular practice, la da 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 da. Whatever your 1-sentence recap of a resume is, that's going to be your first sentence. And it should only be, again, 1 sentence, okay? Your cover letter should not be your whole biography. It should literally just introduce yourself, kind of like if you're introducing yourself at the interview, you're not going to give them your whole life story. You're just going to give them what they want. So that's exactly what you're going to do in the first sentence. So then you're going to go on to what I call the nit and gritty. This is what's going to grasp and really catch their attention. This is where you have to do some research on the company. You have to do research on the attorney that you're trying to apply for, and that's simple. You go onto the member search bars for whatever state it is that you're in, and you search them up. You see what schools they went to. You see their interests. You go on the company's website. You see their practices. Whatever the case may be, do your research, do your basics, and find a commonality. So let's say, for example, they went to a school that you really like. Let's say go Gators, right? My husband's a Gator, so go Gators. So for the University of Florida, they say the attorney went ahead and graduated from there. Oh, that's so awesome. You know, I love Gainesville. Gainesville is such a beautiful place. Da, 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 go Gators, right? You don't want to make it that personable, but you definitely want to find something that is going to work to your advantage. So let's say they are part of a network organization that you're in, or that you want to be in, and be like, oh wow, I was so interested in this organization that you are a part of, that, you know, whatever the case may be. It's super interesting. It's something that I really want to look into as well. It's so amazing that you're part of that organization because of X, Y, and Z. So now you've introduced yourself, you've introduced that you have interest in the company and the attorney, and that you've done your research, you've taken that extra time to really do your research and really put your heart into it. And then you want to conclude with selling yourself, right? So a lot of people take the cover letter and just put like, oh, I know there's a gap in my resume, but this is why. No. Don't highlight the indeficiencies. Highlight what you can bring to the table. Don't let them focus on what you can't or reasons why not to hire you. A lot of people do that. I don't know why. Don't eliminate that from your vocabulary, from your mindset. A lot of people get hired even though they're underqualified. So that's a true fact, okay? I don't know how many times I was underqualified for a position and I still got it. So focus on what you have to bring to the table. If you don't have experience, but you have experience in another field. My first job as I guess in the legal industry was for a foreclosure firm doing payoff and reinstatement quotes. And for those of you that don't know what that is, it's just basically billing. You're basically adding up numbers and giving the person a quote so they can either pay off the loan or reinstate the loan. That's what I did for almost a year. So I got my foot in the door because I was a billing clerk and I worked for an air conditioning company for 5 years. And so they knew that I was good with numbers. So they put me in that department. And that's how I worked my way up. So then from there, I went to a legal assistant. From a legal assistant, I went to a paralegal, and I changed firms. And I eventually got to an executive paralegal and now own my own paralegal firm. So literally start as a receptionist if you need to. As long as you get your foot in the door. Don't really thrive on what you don't have to offer. Thrive on everything else you have to offer. I went in there, I was confident. I said, listen, I didn't even tell them I didn't have any legal experience. Obviously they knew that because they saw my resume. So, but they did see that I was going to school for paralegal studies. They did see that I was I had a sociology degree in, as a bachelor's degree. So they saw all the other stuff that I did have to offer and still felt that it was good to bring me in for an interview. So focus on what you do have to bring. I have my education, I have these set of skills, and this is how I can implement it in your firm. And I want to better your firm, or whatever your mission is in that law firm, you want to put it in there. So it should be a simple paragraph, and then you sign it, best regards, sincerely. Never put to whom it may concern. They don't like that. Put hiring manager, or if you know who it is, put their name on there. Make it as personable as possible. Do your research, focus on the facts, and focus on your highlights. All right? Well, I hope that helped. All right? Have a good one. And until justice is served, I will be here.